Guys, and welcome back to the THC Club, Thrive Hill Cook. My name is Denise, and I'm your host. If you haven't been here before, I talk about different ailments, different things that are affecting our body that we should probably know about. And if you know better, you can do better. So that's really the whole premise and purpose of this show, is to give people more information in a way that they can digest it. And on top of that, we create a meal. So we're learning and cooking. Thrive, heal, cook. You see how that goes together? Now, if you haven't hit the like or subscribe button yet, just hit it. It ain't gonna hurt you. I really appreciate it though. Thank you. Now let's get into the show because we got some interesting topics to talk about today. And now we are live. So today we're popping off about something that is marketed as zero sugar, 0 calories, guilt-free, but is it really guilt-free? I mean, it's called sweet poison for a reason. Now, let's really break this down and to figure out what even are fake sugars. So, what are we dealing with? Aspartame, sucralose, saccharine, aspartame. What? Yeah, exactly. Like, you can't even really say it with your proper tongue, for real, because it's just chemical compounds made up in a lab to taste 100 to 600 times sweeter than actual sugar. Now, that alone just really doesn't make any sense. But then on top of that, it has 0 actual nutrients. So it tastes 600 times sweeter than regular sugar, but has no nutrients. The math not mathing, y'all. It's not mathing. Like, how does this make sense? And then this stuff is in pretty much everything. Like, it's in Coke Zero, or gum, sugar-free gum, or sometimes even protein powders. And you think you're like helping your body by, taking protein powders, going working out and all this other stuff, but it's actually hurting you. And what's the point? So let's really break this down and to see what they're actually doing to your body as far as like fake sugar. So in some of the research that I found, fake sugars is actually confusing your brain. And let me break this down as to how this is actually happening. So when you take a fake sugar, right, your brain is telling your pancreas that, hey, we about to get some sugar. So that means that we about to get some energy. Let's get it. All right, we got to create some insulin. So your body gets to go in and starts creating insulin. But then it doesn't actually get the sugar that it was promised. So then your body is like, okay, well, like that box is checked. We're getting sugar. We created insulin. We're going to actually be hungry next after this because we're going to have to work out that energy anyway. So we hungry. So then your body triggers that you're hungry. But the whole time you just drank a diet soda and you weren't even going to go eat. But, it then told your body that, hey, well, you didn't get the energy or the sugar. So like we need something. So then you just start eating more. It wrecks the gut. Like it just completely messes up the microbiomes of the gut. And the reason why is because regular sugar, when you ingest it, it goes into your bloodstream and then gives the different areas of your body what it needs from the sugar, right? But what happens with artificial sugars doesn't go into your bloodstream. It actually just like bypass all of that and then travel down to your intestines. And then because it just does that and it doesn't like secrete into the rest of your body, then you're in a position where it's creating bacteria. And that bacteria then creates inflammation. And what comes after that? Type 2 diabetes. Yep, it's ringing. It's coming because you're sending a bunch of trash to the chute, but it's not being broken down. It's just sitting there. So then it's creating more flies and problems, and it's not literal flies, but it's creating more problems in your body that it just really doesn't need to if you just had regular sugar. Like I said, it's creating more cravings because you're not getting the sugar that you promised your body. So now your body is just sitting there in sugar mode, like, all right, so like, where the sweetness at? Like, what's going on? You know what I mean? Like, you promised this. And as a result of that, then you have insulin resistance. Because you got to think about it. If you keep telling your body, hey, we're going to get sugar. Hey, we're going to get sugar. And then it just doesn't get the sugar. But then your body starts to realize, hey, she keeps saying that we about to get sugar, but we're not getting sugar. We keep making this insulin, but like, we don't even really need it. So we just not going to do it no more. Forget it. I mean, like, she keep faking us out. Like, what? Like, we just not gonna make it no more. So then that's where that insulin resistance come in, because you keep telling your body, hey, make insulin. And then your body is like, all right, we make insulin. And then you make the insulin and your body's like, And then you're like, no sugar there. So don't need it. Sorry, just kidding. Everybody's like, oh, just kidding? Okay, I'ma just kid you. You ain't gonna get no more. I'm done. But remember, a couple episodes back, we talked about bitter melon, and you can drink that, and it helps to like make your pancreas produce insulin naturally again. That's one of the things that you can do to counteract this. But do not sit there and go drink the bitter melon and then have a 12-pack of diet soda. Like, you're not helping. You're not helping. You gotta let one go and then add the other one, okay? But that's really how it's like really messing up your body, because your hormones are all out of whack. You're creating bacteria, which is creating inflammation. You're eating a lot more. So then you're getting bigger because you're eating a lot more. And then you're not just eating like, regular stuff. It's not giving you cravings for regular stuff. It's giving you cravings for like, the worst things that you can eat. Like, you're driving down the road and you're like, Popeyes look good. Let me get that. Like, no. People say like, okay, but diet sodas aren't bad. Yeah, that stuff is in diet sodas too. So yeah, it's bad. It's bad. Like, because of the acid in the soda, it starts to like wear at your teeth. It starts wearing at your bones. And we getting older. We ain't got time to be having no brittly bones and just like achy breaky falling apart like Humpty Dumpty. Ain't nobody got time for that. No. So let's kind of probably stay away from that. It also causes bloating and gas. Who wants to be bloated? Like, I like looking slim fit, even though I don't really fit. But since we like talking about, taking the stuff out, we do need to add in, because with different habits, when you have a habit and you just take something away, it just creates a bubble. So instead of taking something away completely, let's replace it with something else, so then we don't create that bubble. So with like water, you can do infused water where you have like pineapples or cucumbers, lemon, ginger, mint is really good, especially like if you're living in the desert. Cucumber and mint is perfect for the water because it keeps your internal body cool. And then when you go outside, like, it's really not that bad. Can do things like sparkling water. I really enjoy sparkling water. Topo Chico, I swear to goodness, like, if they could pay me to drink Topo Chico, I would still drink it. But if they could sponsor me to drink Topo Chico, I would. But I have Soda Stream, and sometimes like I'll just make the sparkling water, put some basil and some strawberry in there. Perfect. I love it. A little bit of lemon. Beautiful. Alkaline my blood at the same time. You can also do coconut water. You want to pay attention to the different types of coconut water that you're getting on the market, because some of them have added sugar, and you don't really want to like spike your So kind of want to pay attention to the coconut water and drink that in moderation. And then also we can make our own tea. We can make sun tea. You know what I mean? Get some lemon, some herbs, maybe some hibiscus, there's some rosemary in your tea. Oh, rosemary in tea is good. A rosemary lemonade? Oh, delicious. But I mean, now we have like some different things that we can substitute in and out for the processed sugars. We also got to think about like, okay, so we're not drinking or using these processed sugars. What can we use? What we got? It's okay. It's all right. I got 6 sugars that we can actually substitute. So with the first one on the list is going to be coconut sugar. I mean, I love coconuts. It's delicious. But you can use this in your smoothies, in your oatmeal, and baking. It has a lower glycemic than white sugar. It has small traces of minerals like zinc and potassium, and it's really good in baking and also teas. Number 2, it's going to be date sugar. Date sugar or syrup is a natural sugar. It comes from a whole fruit. It has a lot of fiber and antioxidants, and it's also really great in smoothies or oatmeal, some sauces. So you can definitely take advantage of the versatility of date sugar. Monk fruit also has a really nice sugar. It's been used in Chinese medicine for years and eons. It's really good for your gut health and also diabetic safe. So if you're battling with those issues of having diabetes and stuff like that, this probably will be like a good option to switch out. This also has 0 calories, so it doesn't spike your blood sugar. Stevia is not one of my favorites, but in its natural form, it's actually really good. You can get stevia leaves or like a plant, or you can also get stevia extract. Not abstract. It's pretty sweet and it doesn't have any calories, and it also doesn't spike your blood sugar. So that's a really good one to switch out. Definitely pay attention to over-processed stevia, like Truvia, because that one is stevia plus a bunch of chemicals that we probably can't say. So if you can get actual stevia extract, get that instead of the Truvia. You know, they be doing that trickery, man. They put in a nice little package, make you think that you're doing something good, and it is not. It is so messed up because there's so many people out here trying to like eat healthy, eat well, and every turn that you make, it's just something to get you caught up. It's messed up, man. Number 5 is raw honey. Now, raw honey is one of my favorite things to get when I'm traveling. And I know it sounds a little bit weird, but whenever I'm traveling and I'm going somewhere for more than just like 2 days or something like that, I go find some local honey. Why? Because the local honey is has like all of the pollination from all of the local bees and all the local trees and stuff like that, which means that you're not going to have allergy issues on your vacation. Who wants to be sick on vacation? It's dumb. Like, no, nobody wants to do that. Like, I done saved up. I freaking got off of work. I don't want to be sick. So, pro tip, get some natural honey when you go out of town. That way you can get all of the antibodies of the bees that are around you, and you won't get sick on your trip. It has a lot of minerals, a lot of enzymes, and the antioxidants. So you definitely want to do that. But even like on a regular day, it's really good for energy and for your immune system. So if you want to get like a nice boost, put that in your tea in the morning or in the evening, then keep your body nice and regulated. Last but certainly not least, maple syrup. Now, maple syrup, when I used to drink coffee back in the day, I actually used to put maple syrup in my coffee because I just thought that it tastes really good, but didn't know that it was actually like good for me. But yeah, here we go, maple syrup. And I actually use less maple syrup than I would use the sugar. Just put a little dollop, good to go. So you can make that switch if you're a coffee drinker or something like that. It is wonderful for zinc, antioxidants, and manganese. And also, it's better on your kidneys than high fructose corn syrup or fake sugar. So let's try in some maple syrup. I mean, a bourbon maple glaze on some buffalo tenders. Sounds lovely to me. Or bourbon maple glaze on some sweet potatoes. Yeah, that sounds awesome too. Look, I'm getting hungry. Now, on this side of the screen or this side of the screen or wherever it fits, I'm going to put the sugars that we should stay away from. And I'm not going to sit here and try to pronounce them all and everything like that because, I mean, we already know that's about to be crazy. So let's just not do it. I'm not doing that to myself or y'all. For what? Now, I do want to talk about a few myths that I've heard in my travels, just in conversations with people. And some of them are kind of ridiculous, to be quite honest. Like, one, well, the FDA approved it, so it's cool. Like, it should be healthy, right? No, absolutely not. You know how much stuff the FDA approved that is like really terrible for us? Like stuff that they can't even use in other countries, but the FDA approved it for the American market. What's that about? Here's another one. So diet soda is better than regular soda. No, it's not. Soda is soda. And like either way, you getting something that you don't want. With the regular soda, you're getting a lot of sugar, you're getting a lot of fat on a faster rate. The diet soda is creating inflammation in your body that you can't even see. So which one is actually better? Here's another one, a great one too. Fake sugar actually helps you lose weight. No, it do not. Fake sugar helps you to gain more of an appetite, so then you eat more food and then gain more weight. It does the opposite. That is a lie. It doesn't do that. There's another misconception. People think that if it says sugar-free, it's healthier. If it says sugar-free, that means that there is something else in it to make it sweet. Because if it's supposed to be a key lime pie and it has no sugar, what is making that key lime pie sweet, baby? What's doing it? Because I don't know. Now, some people say that they can't go through a day without having a diet soda because it helps them get through their day. The diet soda is not helping you get through your day at 3 o'clock. You know what it's doing? It's helping that crash that you had earlier. So you just going on another crash. We just on a roller coaster with you. We're just on a roller coaster. Because what your body is really saying is that it needs nourishment and it needs minerals, not just the soda. You understand? Now, if you want some bubbles, then do like our infused sparkling water. You get bubbles and you can get some minerals with whatever you infuse it with. All right, now we've talked about these sugars and these non-sugars in length. And to be quite honest, I have worked up an appetite. I am hungry. Okay, so let's get into this cooking segment because we're gonna make a buffalo chicken bowl that's completely different than anything you ever thought about. Let's get it. Hey, and welcome back. I'm glad that you made it. Today we're making a buffalo chicken bowl, but this is gonna be a different kind of buffalo chicken bowl. Like this joint is gonna have 3 different types of sweet potatoes, roasted, some black beans, tasty, and then some cornflake crusted chicken tenders. We're going to toss that in some buffalo sauce at the end, and we're actually going to cook it in the oven, so we're not using any oil. So it's a high protein, low carb. Let's get it. So first, I'm going to get started with all of the things I need to cut up. I'm going to cut up all of our vegetables for our beans. Then we're going to get our potatoes cut up to roast. Let's get our oven preheated to 375. and let's just get it going. The beans are cooking, potatoes roasting. Now we about to make some chicken. No, but we are about to make some chicken. So now we got the beans going. We got our potatoes seasoned, got some ranch on there. Those are roasted nicely. And now we about to season our chicken and get a flour. No flour. We about to season our chicken, get some egg and some cornflakes, break them up, and then make some chicken tenders. Let's get it. Okay, we're almost there. We're almost done. Now we're just gonna put together our buffalo sauce. So you use some of this Laughing Cow cheese, some honey, hot sauce, and Chick-fil-A hot sauce. All right, we're gonna finish it off with a little bit of cilantro because we're fancy, and let's get it. All right, we just did a great job putting this dish together and making all the components. Now let's actually put it on the plate and have a taste. All right, yeah, we did that. Like this Joan, it's like that. Like, and I don't even want y'all to think that I'm faking and I'm not about to sit here and eat this stuff because I am. Like, it's a freaking flavor party, bro. Like, this shit don't even make no sense. This shit is dumb. That's what it is. This is dumb. Like, it's just dumb good. Like, and that chicken's so crunchy. I don't even really eat chicken like that, but there's some organic Mary's chicken that I got, and I did a little trick. Before I cook the chicken, I take a little bit of baking soda, put in some water, put the chicken in there for about 30 minutes, and then rinse it really good after that, and then season my chicken. Man, when I tell you this thing come out juicy, it don't matter if you microwave it, whatever, like it still come out juicy. Like flavorful, everything. My clients love it. Like, yeah. I'm not about to sit here and make a video where y'all sitting here watching me eat. So I'm gonna get out of here and tear this thing up because it really is not about to stand a chance at all. Like it really don't have no chance. But if you created this dish, let me know in the comments. I definitely want to see pictures of what you did. I didn't mention for the kale, what I did was I took a little bit of, I had a green onion, this little scallion with like the big bulb at the bottom, and cut up most of the whites. And then I had some garlic, cut that up really thin, put the pot on with some chicken stock, and then put that garlic and the scallions in there, the bottom part, so the white part. Put that in there, a little bit of salt, pepper, a little bit of butter, let that go around for a little bit, then add in the kale. Let that saute up really nice, and then boom, that was the kale. So that's how I did that. But yeah, definitely, if you made this dish, let me know. I want to see it. Yeah, I'm about to crush this, John.